All right, so Joe Pyfer just TKO'd Barry Ute in the first round in their last fight at UFC 303. And I've been thinking about this a while. What's next for Joe Pyfer? Now, obviously, he called for Paul Craig. And you know what? From Joe Pyfer's perspective, we know Paul's got really awesome grappling, but we've seen beyond a shadow of a doubt that his striking game is seriously lacking, which is, I think, what Joe Pyfer is looking to exploit. And you know what? If that gives Joe Pyfer a little bit more seasoning time on the roster before he moves up, so be it. You know, I'm actually not too opposed to that fight. Paul Craig, obviously, I don't think the title days are in at middleweight for him. But obviously Joe Pyfer is going to stepping stone the guy very soon. But whether he chooses to skip over Paul Craig or takes on the Paul Craig fight and ends up starching him probably in the first round, like I think is going to happen, because like I know a lot of people don't want to admit this, but Joe Pyfer's punches and hands, you know, I think that was with Hermanson, that was his first time against a high-level opponent at middleweight. And, you know, welcome to the big leagues. Once you get into that top stratosphere of fighters, you're in with the best of the best. And I think he realizes what it means to be within the best of the best, and he's gotten a taste of that, and that's only going to make him better moving forward. But I think whether he fights Paul Craig or not, I got a better fight that would probably be better for Joe Pyfer and would probably generate a lot of buzz. Caio Borralho, who just knocked out Paul Craig, as a matter of fact. Because Caio is calling for Jared Cannonier, but Jared Cannonier right now is probably going to be busy wanting to get that rematch, because that last fight Jared Cannonier was in, it wasn't stopped properly. So I think Jared Cannonier's his hands are pretty tied. He's going to want to get a rematch, run that back. So I feel like Caio Borralho might not want to fight Jared just yet. Now, what he could do is he could fight Paulo Costa. That would probably be a better matchup for him and Costa, because that's actually a toss-up of a fight. But I think Caio Borralho and Joe Pyfer definitely could meet right now at this point, and then the better of those two fighters would definitely probably move on to fight someone like Paulo Costa, and I think that would be another stratosphere to see where one of these guys can break through, because Caio has a lot of promise. Joe Pyfer also has a ton of promise, but I always wonder, like, these guys that are in like that 15 to 10 range, once they bust into like the top 5, the 7-6, 5-4, 3-2-1 era, that's where they're really going to be tested. So I don't know. That's just a thought of mine. I'd really like to see Joe Pyfer versus Caio Borralho right now, because I think that fight could go either way. Those guys both have heavy hands. Those guys can move. Those guys are both young and hungry. And, you know, I think that's one of those fights where, unfortunately, since I'm a fan of both of them, one of them has to lose. But I don't know. I like the whole picking on Paul Craig thing. Just kind of seems just a little like bit of a stepping stone tactic to me. And, you know, maybe Joe Pyfer's just going to do it anyway. However, you know, I really think Pyfer versus Borralho would probably be the best one to make. But that's my thoughts. Or, you know, who knows? Maybe Joe Pyfer might punch way up and fight Paulo Costa. But I guess I'm just dreaming in that point. But I'll see you later. Peace out.